This is a full service on a Tier 4 generator. All right, first step on servicing a Tier 4 generator. Your tools are located in the second baggage bay by your black water tank. You have your filter wrench and you have your socket on a breakover bar for your oil drain plug. Your filters are located in a tote and usually your second or third baggage bay. On top of the tote is a sheet that has the generator filters listed and what each part number, what that filter is for, but they'll be located in your bay inside a tote. So you want to place your oil pan, make sure you take your cap out, plug, make sure the plug is up, make sure your cap is on tight so you don't lose any oil. Make sure your vent is open. You're going to place this under the engine. Get our wrench on the drain plug. You're going to break the drain plug loose. I like to take the socket off, put it underneath there and unscrew the drain plug. This is going to be a little messy. Clean your drain plug up, set it off to the side. We drain the oil. We change just the oil filter at 150 hours. All right, it's dripping, just dripping now. So we're gonna put the drain plug back in. Okay, once you get it screwed back in and it's threaded in, now you're gonna take your ratchet and you're gonna tighten your drain plug, but you don't have to go super tight. You just wanna go good and snug. If you go too tight, you'll strip out the drain pan. Okay, after you've dropped the oil, now we want to change the oil filter. You can use this as a drain funnel to drain down into your drain pan so you don't make as big of a mess when you go to change your filter. So you're gonna get your filter wrench, break your filter loose. Get your makeshift funnel up here. Spin your filter off. Let this drain. Always clean up the mating surface. Clean around the mating surface. And you want to get your new filter that says lube filter. They'll say lube filter on it. You can get a little bit of used oil, just a little bit. You want to lubricate the O-ring. Now your filter tells you how tight to make it. So when you spin your filter on, you're going to spin it until it touches, and then once it touches, you go 3/4 of a turn by hand. Do not use the filter wrench. So right there is where it touches. So I'm going to go 3/4 of a turn. That's about 3/4 of a turn. And you can pull your funnel out. We prefer you date your filter, which today is the 9th. Put my initials on it and then put the hours on it. The hours on this is 12,106. The hours are located on the meter. So you can get on your Tier 4s, you can get your generator hours off of right there. Once you have changed your oil, now we'll fill it up with oil. 6 quarts of oil to fill a Tier 4 generator. Once you've put 6 quarts in, put your oil cap back on, and you want to check your oil. Always wipe your dipstick. And we're full. Okay, when you're doing a service at 300 hours, you also want to change both fuel filters and both engine air filters. There are 2 engine air filters. You have a pre-filter inside the bigger filter, so you have to change both of them. So now, you can open this up, drain this a little bit. If you have fresh diesel, you can prime your filters before you install them. When you prime your filters, never pour in the center filter. Never pour in the center, always pour on the outside. If you pour in the center, your fuel will not be filtered. Same goes with oil. You always pour in the outside to fill the filter up. Now it takes longer to do this, but you're actually filtering the fuel when you pour it in the outside holes. Okay, now we have a full filter. You can get a little bit of your used oil, lubricate the gasket. Do not use diesel to lubricate this gasket, use oil. Once again, this filter says 3/4 of a turn after it makes contact. Filter's made contact. Now we'll go 3/4 of a turn, which is, you determine what 3/4 of a turn is for you. And that's 3/4 of a turn. And also date this as 7/9/25. My initials. Then you have your next fuel filter to change. You have your fuel filter up here. This one is not that easy. This filter's on extremely tight. Did not need to be that tight. Once again, pre-fill your filter. Okay, filter's full. You can get you a little bit of used oil. Lubricate your O-ring. Once again, this one says 1 1/4 turns. So please follow the directions on your filter. Donaldson, and then 1/4 turn. About right there. I don't sign and date these till after I put the filter on, because you might end up with your with your date on the back side, and then it's hard to see. This way you can see right where it is. All right, and then last, when you're doing a full service at 300 hours, is your engine air filter, which is located right back here. This is your engine air filter. There are, on a Tier 4 generator, there are 2 filters located inside here. So you want to unclasp the 3. There's 3 clasps. I like to clean that out a little bit, just knock the dust out of it. And you have your outer filter. Well, the inner came with it, but you have an inner filter as well. So you have 2 filters in this generator. Make sure you replace both filters. So we have our new inner filter that goes inside and slides over. Then you have your new outer filter that slides right over that. And in. Once you get that back in and you change both filters, you're gonna put your canister back up here and you're gonna clasp your 3 clasps. Once you have changed everything and you're ready to start the generator, you can prime the fuel system. And if you don't have fuel to prime the filters, there are still 2 fuel primes on here to prime. You would press this button right here and pump it until it's firm. And then there is another fuel prime right here. So you would press this until it's firm. And that'll help prime your fuel system. And the final thing is to fire it up and let it run for a minute and make sure it starts. Once you let it run for a minute, shut the generator off. Make sure you press the A button, auto, to put it back in auto mode so you can start it from inside. If you don't do that, you won't be able to start it from inside. After you let it run for a minute, let it set for a few minutes. Recheck your oil just to confirm your oil is at the correct level. Oil's right at the full mark, it's perfect. And that's a full service. Now once you're done servicing your generator, you want to get the book out from inside the bus. You want to get our binder and you want to record. So we have a service sheet for the generator. So today's date is the 9th. So 7/9/25. The hours were 1:2:106. And because I did a full service, I'm going to check all 3 boxes. I'm going to check I changed the oil, the air, and the fuel, and then I'm going to put my signature on here. Now, if you're only changing the oil, so 150 hours from the 12106, 150 hours from now, you would only change the oil and oil filter. 300 hours from now, you would change the oil, the air, and the fuel. Make sure you're doing your generator service inspection inspection form in Fleetio so I get it so I can then put it into our system as well. This is to help y'all keep track of it. When you put it in the system, that's for me to keep track of it. And that's it.